Hello there, Point Pleasant, and happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of the Ocean Star Sports Show. I'm your host, sports reporter, Dominic Polio. I know you guys have been waiting for the highlight, and it's finally here. The match happened last Friday, but I've got it. Your Point Beach Garnet Gulls wrestling team earned the program's first ever state title. It was exciting. The atmosphere was electric. Let's take a look bout by bout and see how it played out. For the third time in as many years, the Garnet Gulls wrestling team found themselves wrestling in the Central Jersey Group 1 sectional finals. This time it was Point Beach who secured the program's first ever state title with a 37-25 win over the Manville Mustangs last Friday. The match opened with a big decision win for Beach from Cody Ligori in the 195-pound weight class. He managed to beat out Matt Rogalski by a 6-5 decision with some giant takedowns for the very first points of the match. The Mustangs forfeited the 220-pound bout, and Forrest Gardner faced off against Michael Tile in the heavyweight matchup. It was a close bout that Gardner ended up winning by ultimate tiebreaker with this escape in overtime. Manville forfeited the 106-pound class before getting on the board with a major decision win in 113. The Mustangs then won the 120-pound bout by major decision and the 126-pound bout also by major decision to pull within 6. But it was Roddy Ripper Rupp who helped the Gulls pull away in the 132-pound weight class. Rupp managed to work R.J. Thompson into a cradle before recording the match's first pin, putting the Gulls out in front 24-12. Danny Savage had a tough opponent on his hands in 138 as Manville's Shane Demeter worked his way to an 11-3 major decision victory. But what the Gulls did so well in 138, 126, 120, and 113 was avoid the loss by pin. The 145-pound bout featured Beach's John Finnerty versus TJ Caswell, both wrestlers with only one loss on the season. Well, it was Finnerty who handed Caswell his second loss with an 8-0 major decision win in a match where he had complete control. In 152, Giancarlo Crivelli worked his way to a tough 4-2 decision win to keep Beach out in front. Manville finally got their only pin of the match from undefeated Jeremy Nurnberger in the second period of the 160-pound bout. He managed to turn Jimmy Sherlock on his back to keep the Mustangs in contention. With a 31-22 lead, it was Ryan Franzoni doing his best to avoid a pin against Manville's Corey Nalepka. He did just that, and it looked as if Nalepka would get the major decision win, but Franzoni executed a late third period reversal, giving Nalepka a win by decision 9-3, which meant Manville needed a pin just to tie in the match's final bout. What the Mustangs didn't know is they'd have to go through Beach's Jack Baker, who really only looks for pins himself. It took Baker a whole 26 seconds before he executed a powerful takedown and turned Albert Rager to his back. Look at the Beach crowd in the background because they know exactly what is about to happen. The ref blows a whistle and hits the mat, and I give you Point Beach, your Central Jersey Group 1 sectional champions. What a great match for the Garnet Gulls, and man was it exciting. Every bout mattered, and every wrestler on that team played a part in that state title. Congratulations, Point Pleasant Beach, and I hope there's many more to come. Now we're going to stick with Point Beach, but we're going to transition from the mats to the hardwood as I've got Point Beach boys basketball in their first round play of the Shore Conference Tournament. They hosted the Raritan Rockets, and it was a good game, but let's see who came out on top. It was Point Beach hosting the Raritan Rockets in the opening round of the Shore Conference Tournament, and the Garnet Gulls came ready to play from the start. They kicked things off with an 8-0 run featuring a 3 from Mike Rice, a jumper from Trevor Covey, and another 3 from Jimmy Panzini. The Rockets took a timeout and then answered with a 6-point run of their own, capped off with this spinning layup. But this is the home of the Gulls, and Gulls fly. Frauenheim dishes out the alley-oop, and Chris Pina finishes with the dunk to end Raritan's run and get the crowd going. Beach then closed out the first quarter with a 3-pointer from Frauenheim for a 15-9 lead. They jumped out of the gate again to start the second, this time from downtown. Panzini hits from deep. Frauenheim knocks it down from the corner, and Trevor Covey tops it off, prompting another Raritan timeout. Alex Marusic then adds 2 more before the Rockets are finally able to find the net. Raritan closed out the half with a 3, but Beach had the 12-point lead. Beach's defense turned it up in the second half, and Panzini snagged a couple steals for scores. Raritan struggled to keep up with Beach, who continued to find ways to score no matter the situation. The bench players then closed out the 55-39 win to move Beach on to the round of 16. A good, solid first-round win for the Garnett Gulls, and how about that alley-oop? I'd definitely like to see a lot more of that in the future. Point Beach went on to play Lakewood in the round of 16 yesterday, and that highlight will be in next week's Ocean Star Sports Show. Those are the only 2 highlights I have for you today, but there's always more sports in the actual newspaper, so make sure you pick up today's copy of the Ocean Star. That's February 19th, 2016. You give that sports section a good read. You can follow me on Twitter at Dom Polio. That's at DOMPOLLIO. And once again, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the show. Make sure you come back next week. I'll be here. Reporting for Star News Group, I'm Dominic Polio, wishing you a happy weekend.